Matthew Bible Summary to Judges 6. Israel is oppressed of the Midianites because he returned again into idolatry. Gideon is sent of God to be their deliverer. The altar of Baal is overthrown. The 6th chapter. And the children of Israel committed wickedness in the sight of the Lord. And the Lord delivered them into the hands of the Midianites 7 years. And when the hand of the Midianites was sore upon Israel, the children of Israel made them dens in the mountains and caves and strongholds. For when Israel had sown, then came the Midianites, the Amalekites, and they of the east country upon them, and pitched their tents against them, and destroyed the increase of the earth, even unto Azah, and left no sustenance in Israel, neither sheep, ox, or ass. For they came with their cattle and households, even as grasshoppers in multitude, so that both they and also their camels were without number. And they entered the land to destroy it. And so was Israel exceedingly impoverished by the Midianites, and cried unto the Lord. And when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites, the Lord sent a prophet unto them, and said unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I fed you from Egypt, and brought you out of the house of bondage, and I rid you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hands of all that oppressed you, and cast them out before you, and gave you their lands. And I said unto you, I am the Lord your God, and therefore fear not the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But you have not obeyed my voice. And the angel of the Lord came and sat under an oak in Ephraim, that pertained unto Joas the father of the Ezerites. And his son Gideon pressed out wheat out of the ears in a press, for to flee from the Midianites. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him, and said, The Lord is with thee, thou man of might. And Gideon answered him, O my Lord, if the Lord be with us, why is all this come upon us? Yea, and where be his miracles which our fathers told us of, and said, The Lord brought us out of Egypt? But now the Lord hath forsaken us, and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites. And the Lord looked upon him, and said, Go hence in this thy might, and deliver Israel out of the hands of the Midianites. Behold, I have sent thee. And he answered him, O Lord, wherewith should I save Israel? Behold, my kindred is the poorest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house. But then the Lord said unto him, I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites, as they were but one man. And he answered him, If I have found grace in thy sight, then show me a sign that thou art the Lord that talketh with me. Depart not hence, until I come again unto thee, and bring mine offering, and have set it before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again. And Gideon went and made ready a kid, and sweet cakes of an ephah of flour, and put the flesh in a basket, and the broth in a pot, and brought it out unto him under the oak, and presented it. And the angel of God said unto him, Take the flesh and the sweet cakes, and put them upon this rock, and pour out the broth. And he did so. Then the angel of the Lord put forth the end of the staff that was in his hand, and touched the flesh and the cakes. And there arose up fire out of the rock, and consumed the flesh and the cakes. And the angel of the Lord vanished out of his sight. And when Gedeon perceived that it was an angel, he said, Alas, my Lord Jehovah, that I have seen an angel of the Lord face to face. And the Lord said unto him, Peace be with thee, and fear not, for thou shalt not die. Then Gedeon made an altar there unto the Lord, and called it Jehovah Salom, which unto this day is yet in Ephrath, that pertaineth unto the father of the Ezerites. And the same night the Lord said unto him, Take an ox of thy father's, and another of 7 years old, and destroy the altar of Baal that belongeth unto thy father, and cut down the grove that is about it, and make an altar unto the Lord thy God upon the top of this rock, and furnish it. And take the second ox, and offer burnt sacrifice with the wood of the grove which thou shalt have cut down. Then Gedeon took 10 men of his servants, and did as the Lord bade him. But because he durst not do it by day, for fear of his father's household, and of the men of the city, he did it by night. When the men of the city were up early in the morning, behold, the altar of Baal was broken, and the grove that stood about it cut down. And the second ox offered upon the altar that was made. And they said one to another, Who hath done this thing? And they inquired and asked. And it was told them that Gedeon the son of Joash had done it. Then the men of the city said unto Joash, Bring out thy son, that he may die, because he hath broken the altar of Baal, and cut down the grove that was about it. And Joash said unto all that stood by him, Will ye fight for Baal, or will ye be his defenders? He that striveth for him shall die this morning. If he be a god, let him strive with him that cast down his altar. And he called Gedeon Jerubbaal the same time, saying, Let Baal strive with him, because he hath broken down his altar. When all the Madianites, the Amalekites, and they of the east were gathered together, and had gone and pitched in the valley of Jeruel, the Spirit of the Lord entered into Gedeon, and he blew a trumpet, and called Abiezer to follow him, and sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, and called them up to follow him also. And he sent messengers unto Aser, Zabulon, and Naphtali, which came also to meet him. And Gedeon said unto God, If thou wilt save Israel by my hand, as thou hast said, behold, I will put a fleece of wool in the threshing place, and if the dew be on the fleece only, and dry upon all the earth beside, then I shall be sure that thou wilt save Israel by my hand, as thou saidst. And it came so to pass. And he rose up early on the morrow, and he thrust the fleece together, and wrung the dew thereout, and filled a bowl of water. And Gideon said unto God, Be not angry with me, that I speak once more. Let me prove only once again with the fleece. Let it be dry only upon the fleece, and dew upon all the ground about. And God did so the same night, so that it was dry upon the fleece only, and on all the ground about dew.